Yeah, it's sheared right off right there with a big hole. It's a big hole right there. The whole mount rotted all the way through and it left a big hole.
Well, as you saw in the beginning of that, that was Ryan's Wright ZK. Just hit, I believe, 300 hours, and the muffler is rotting and falling apart already. The mount broke that holds the cover over the muffler. There was a crack right where the one mount comes in. That's what he was welding in the beginning. He already called the dealer, and like I told you before, our dealer that deals with Wright and Scag is a fantastic dealer. Those guys are just great. And they've already ordered him a new one. It's warranted, so we got to wait for that new one to come in. I believe it'll be in tomorrow, but that thing sounds like a stock car. It is so loud. So he tried to just weld up that crack to quiet it down until the new one comes in. But the more we looked at it, the more we realized there was actually that hole in the back of it, and it's much worse than we thought. But this is that property I showed you guys in a video last week. Ryan and I went to look at, and we realized we don't have anything that can fit in this backyard except for the 36 Exmark that I sold him, but we didn't have it on the trailer today, and we just wanted to knock it out. So a lot of work with my BR700, his BR600 we've been using here, and I mean, they're just really heavy, thick, wet leaves. This yard hasn't been cleaned up in a couple years, so it was pretty bad for sure, and it's just a lot of really thick, heavy, wet leaves. You know, that we powered through it, but it took a while, and I have this sped up, obviously, but it definitely took some work. We actually thought about blowing it, getting on tarps and dragging it out, and we were like, you know what, let's just stay with the blowers, let's do it, let's just get it done. You can see here Ryan pushing these leaves out. Well, you'll see it here in a second. This is once we got him out of the gate, and this is the first load he pushed out with that plow. You know, thank God for this thing. This thing was still running loud. The neighbors were probably wondering what the heck kind of machine we had over here. It was still running loud, and he pushed it out 3 times. That first one there, and then this second one here, and then he does it one more time with just a little bit left, and then, or maybe that was the 3rd time. Whatever it was, 3 times he pushed it out. So then I blew it out the rest of the way, and he started bagging with the Tiger Cat, and I started mulching up with the Great Dane. I didn't put the chute blocker on, just went over it, mulched it up best I could, and then we just start bagging it to finish knocking it out and get it done. It came out really well. my Pandora cut out right there. I have no idea why. I just all of a sudden stopped hearing music, and I was jamming 80s country today. That's what I had rocking on Pandora, and all of a sudden it stopped playing music, and I can't work without music. I gotta have it. No matter what I'm doing, I always have to have music in the background. That's just the way I've always been, I guess. But so we started knocking it out like this, like I'd mentioned, me with just the accelerator on. With it mulched up, it wasn't too much. So, you know, by then that little bit right there filled the accelerator up. It's actually a decent amount. I mean, they were pretty thick, so that accelerator definitely holds a lot. But I think I dumped it out twice, and then that was it. And I just let Ryan finish up the rest of it. And then I took the blower from him, which you'll see here in a minute, and blew off both the machines and blew the residual out away from that tree there and finished it up, and that was that.